ghost. It is the King of Hearts. Your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. You will look to the Father's tomb. Nice. I put a handout now you can see, so it's good to have it written down, but also you can look at this. This is your fortune. These are clues. So she says, your journey is, you still have much ahead of you. These cards do not, they are not of immediate importance. There will certainly be things you do before, but these are conditions that you will need to meet if you are to be successful in your journey, in your quest.
And what about you? What do you want from our quest?
She says, Madam Ava isn't one to interfere. I cannot have a direct... cannot make more impact one way or another other than this reading I have done.
Anyone else here?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just reading the things.
Yep.
Okay. You said we need to look for these things?
These are things that you will inevitably require if you are to be successful.
Well, thank you for this reading.
Of course. Well then, quit awkwardly staring at me. Be gone. Be on your way. Silences make me uncomfortable. Go, shoot!
Alright, we're leaving.
So as you exit the camp, you see Irina and the child are sitting at the fire around with all the other people, and you hear a story. One of the Vistanas are telling a story. Alright, so you overhear this. A mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing. A very charismatic man, he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the Devil's Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle in mass. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the Devil's Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown down 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down the river to search for the wizard's body, to see if, he had anything of value, but the river Evelis had already spirited him away.
Can I insight check to see if he's full of shit?
Sure.
The church guy also talked about him, but I forgot to ask about him.
Yeah, but he said he just kind of disappeared. He didn't mention anything about falling to his death.
Yeah, the insight check you see. I mean, there might be some exaggerations to the story, but he seems confident in his words. But you also probably understand at this point that these Vistanas they have a culture around storytelling and that sort of thing. So it's hard to tell which parts are exaggerated and where the truth is exactly.
Okay.
So there could be like a little bit of embellishment.
Interesting.
How's the boy doing? Is he okay?
He was just listening to the story. Irina's kind of keeping watch of him, and he seems fine.
Okay.
As far as a boy who was almost sold to a creepy old woman and thrown in a bag, he's doing about as well as you would expect.
Okay. So was there anything else we wanted here, or?
I don't think so.
What time of day is it? What time of day is it now?
So it was, what did I say, almost 2 hours when you got here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And-
8-ish?
And it's been about 30-ish minutes that you've been trading and talking to Madame Ava. We'll call it 30 minutes before you're ready to, if you're going to set off, it'll be 8:30-ish.
We still got time, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if you wanted to keep looking for stuff.
I meant to get to the Valakian.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Alright, we're gonna head to Valaki.
Alright, you are... Okay.
Oh wait! What about that little girl in the other Valaki camp down south? Well, we should probably get this boy away from us first. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yep.
We've already got one runaway, or stowaway, or whatever, that we need to deal with.
Like
Fuck something up and I can't grab your token. I don't know what layer I put it in, so I'm gonna have to check every layer. Can you move your tokens? Can anybody move their tokens?
I can.
I can move mine.
Alright, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay. So you are... Okay, so in another 30 minutes of travel, you're here. Alright, somebody move their token right here at this little
To the bridge, right?
no, where Vera is. You've passed the bridge. It's been... Oh wait, no, it's been a little bit more than... It's been an hour, I think. Okay.
Is that Ravenloft Castle right there?
Yeah, hold on. I have to refresh my map. But yeah, you can see it up on the hill, sitting all menacingly.
He's just sitting there. Menacing.
Menacing. That's That's what it's doing. The castle is just sitting there menacingly.
These black things, are these like the hills, or what are those black things?
What black things? Ping it.
All these black things.
Like the
Hash
little
marks.
markings.
Yeah. Are those hills?
Wait, ping it again?
They're like all over the map.
The whole thing. Like
Everywhere.
they're like all along the pathways.
Oh. I think those are like the arrow they're pointing is upward, like downwards elevation. Like there's
Okay.
like yeah, like the triangle. Like there's hills at the end of the wide part. Yeah, the arrows point towards downward elevation. I think.
It's an interesting way to do contour lines.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's like hill, like representing hills.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, wait. So that was another mile. So you get to another. Okay, so after 4 hours of traveling, you get to right here. Alright, so yeah, it's about 10-ish. So you see off to the side, up on the hill, you see a windmill on the road.
The one we own?
This is our new home.
Is it?
Do we want to go check it out, or do we want to just get to Vallaki?
Choices.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we got 2 precious things of cargo.
Yeah.
So should we skip it?
We should come back.
Okay.
Do we recognize this the one in the painting, or would we recognize?
Did you have a paint? Oh, you did see paintings of it. Yes, it would appear to be that one.
What?
You don't have pictures of it, you just have a deed of it, I think. But you saw paintings of it in that house.
Okay,
It seems to match.
what do you guys want to do?
I think as long as we've got the kid, we should try to get him handed over.
Yeah,
Yep, and the girl.
yeah. Onward! We move forward.
Yep.
Keep moving forward.
Alright, so it'll take you about 2 more hours of travel. Took you about 6 hours. And you approach the gates of Vallaki. There's a whole bunch of maps in this campaign.
Yay.
Alright, you can drag your tokens around, put them, if you can see, around here.
There's a gate all around this city.
Oops.
Or town. Is this a city or town?
It's a town.
Wait, did we come in from the... Yeah, we came in from this way, my bad. That's me.
Wait, no, you might be right. Yeah, the other way. Yeah, you are correct.
Okay.
You came from that way.
Alright.
Alright, let me see. Because I was not expecting it to be from that way. Oh, it's the same. It doesn't matter. Alright, the old Svalich Road meanders into a valley watched over by dark brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against the wall as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them.
They got a wolf problem.
I guess so.
Is there guards at the gate?
Yes, you see two guards standing outside of the gate with big spears. They see you walking up and they don't seem to pay you much mind. They're just guarding. The gates are open.
Alright. Well, I guess I'm gonna ask him about the wolf problem. What's with the wolf heads?
One of the guards says, "Oh, our burgomeister thinks it's good for morale to taunt the he wants to taunt the devil by putting the heads of his servants on spikes. I don't think it's the best idea, but who am I? I'm just a guard."
Okay.
The devil being Strahd, right?
Yes, who else would it be?
Well, I was just making sure. So Strahd can... Well, never mind.
You see a Godzilla-sized Varys come out of the...
I'm trying to resize it. Nope.
Oh, you're microscopic now.
Oh god! Let me take a screenshot. Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Perfect. Aw,
How
I like being mini. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, make me something.
It's like in the second Ant-Man, a little mini-me.
And he says, so the guard says, so are you looking? What is your business in the town?
First,
Escorting.
you go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying escorting.
Okay, yeah, keep it.
Escorting whom to where?
Are we taking the child to the priest or to the orphanage?
The priest runs the orphanage.
Oh, right.
Taking him to Father Lucian Petrovich.
Yep.
He says you'll find Father Lucian at the St. Angel's Church. It's on the opposite side of town.
Can I tell if these are regular wolves on the spikes? Are these regular wolves?
They look like dire wolves. They're huge.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So Strahd can control animals.
I guess so. Or maybe some kinds, like they said it was swarms of bats attacking the house back in the last city, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So far he can, like, make ghosts, or, like, yeah, and
Yep.
werewolves and bats.
Yep.
Well, and he can make mini vampires too. So he's got quite a little army he can have running for him.
Yep.
Well, thank you, guards. We're going to make our way into town.
He says, "Alright, you best not make any trouble or we'll see you out of the town as quickly as you came in."
No trouble from us. Nope.
Nope.
Where was the
Thank you.
Where was the orphanage again?
The church is
Oh yeah.
over here. But, so you walk through the town, let's see. There is some things. You'll walk past some things that you would immediately notice, unless you want to just walk with your eyes closed and not notice anything.
I would like to notice things with my eyes.
Yes.
With my half elf eyes.
I'm just going to be looking all over like a tourist as we walk there.
Yep, so as you
Mental pictures.
when you walk past here, you see that this is some kind of stockyard. It's a lot of sheds and some kind of storage place. You see, well, yeah, you're not really going into it, so you're not gonna notice much more than that. Just looks like some sort of storage areas, very uniformed sheds and whatnot. You see here. I guess you don't see that actually. Yeah, you don't really see that from the road. Alright. Here, though. So if you walk through here, you'll see the town square. So I would imagine you would walk through what seemed to be the busier part, so you would make it to the town square. The shops and homes that enclose the town square decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children wearing crude plastered donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. Facing west, all around the square are posted proclamations. You read, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well." In capital letters, all will be well. The Baron.
The Baron. Okay.
I'd like to walk around to this side of the statue. Is there a plaque that says who the statue is?
There's not. There's noticeably not. However, as you're starting to look around, you see people taking down signs for the Wolf's Head Jamboree. You see that sign removed, and you see a new sign put in its place. And after you see the guards, some guards are removing and replacing the signs, and the new signs, after one leaves, you see the sign says, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Attendants and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well. The Baron." So,
Should we ask him about that?
This is the third time we've seen something having to do with kids that seems sketchy. Like, there was the woman taking the kid, there's the girl gone missing, and now there's... Oh, this party is now being replaced by something that's probably sketchy.
And children are required to be there?
But
Either way?
But are they changing the signs because we're here?
it seemed like it was just it was happening already, like you notice it,
Okay.
like you read some signs and then you see them taking down and putting other signs across and then you walked over to those. There's still guards if you want to ask one of those guards about what's the deal with that, or there's some people around, some villagers.
Should we ask the villagers, or...
Yeah, we can't trust the guards. They will.
That's what I was thinking.
Or maybe
I
the
see.
priest.
Yes, you could keep walking past if you wanna tell me what you wanna, how you want to play this.
What do you guys
Do any of the villagers look particularly disgruntled at the changing of all these signs?
Make an insight check. A general, everybody can do an insight check to try and get the vibe.
Oh, nice.
So you see, Varys sees that some of them that are like filling up jugs with water, they see the people changing the signs out, and they're just kind of like roll their eyes, and it's all business as usual is the impression you get. It's nothing, it's kind of, they seem kind of frustrated by it, but not like surprised by it, if that makes sense.
I'll go up to one of them and ask, "Hey, what's the deal with the cancellation of the Wolf Festival and the replacement with this mandatory children's event?"
Oh, both of them said that. Both events said attendance and children.
Oh,
required.
they did. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought the first one didn't have that. No.
But he says, "Oh, you know this foolish Burgomeister. He just thinks, for some reason, he thinks all these festivals are a good idea. The Wolf's Head Jamboree just happened, and now he's immediately. It happened last night, and now he's planning a new one in 3 days."
So are these pretty common then?
The villager says, "Oh, you must be new here. He does these all non-stop. Once one festival ends, a new one is planned. He's always talking about."
Why are, like...
He thinks that having these festivals, he thinks he's gonna raise morale, I guess, and I don't know. Maybe if we're all happy, then good things will happen. That's what he's imagining.
But why are children, like, mandated to attend?
Everybody is forced. It's not really like children are not exempt. Everybody is the guards knock on doors and make sure everybody is at the festival. Nobody, not even the old and sick, are allowed to stay home.
Well, okay. Thanks for the heads up.
They walk away. They get back to what they were doing.
We should keep going and find the orphanage and...
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, as you're walking, you see a toy shop, a sign for a toy shop. I don't know if anybody would pay any attention to that.
I do.
You see a sign. Yes, you pass the sign. It says this cramped... Oh wait, no, you don't look inside. The sign says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." That's the sign you see.
It's no
That is no fun, is no Blinsky.
You guys want to go to the toy show?
Sure.
I guess, yeah.
It's just too tempting when you hear of a toy shop.
Well,
Yes.
Maybe we could buy the kid a toy since we're leaving him in an orphanage.
Yeah, and he's, like, just been taken from his home.
It is my fault. I did
Well, no. I mean, we saved him from that
Wow.
lady.
I don't know. What if the people here are crazy too?
Alright, this cramped shop has a dark entrance portico above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse with a B engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched lead-framed windows. Through the dirty glass you see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
I wonder,
It's kind of upsetting that it's no fun.
I wonder if the toy owner knows anything about.
I typed it out what it is because it sounds weird.
Okay.
It's not fun if it doesn't come from here. I think that's what it means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
If it's not fun, it didn't come from here.
Okay.
Alright, so you enter. And you see this man standing behind a counter.
Oh, he has a monkey. And it has a
You
tattoo on.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yes, you see a heavyset man wearing a jester's cap. And he has, as you noticed, a monkey with a tutu on. He sees you and he says, "Oh man, it's gonna be cringe." He sees you, he says, "Welcome, friends, to the House of Blinsky, where happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need, a little toy for a girl or boy."
You did really good. I like that.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you did really good. Do you get a lot of business around here?
He says, "The only way to make Barovia a nice place to live is for everyone to be happy. My toys make everyone happy."
But do a lot of people buy your toys?
He says, "My toys are famous all over Barovia. Children all over love Blinsky toys. Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Okay. But you still didn't answer my question, Blinsky. But I would like to buy a toy also, please.
Alright, make an investigate check for looking at the toys. Also make an insight check for anybody. Is anybody looking for anything particularly? Like,
I'm looking to see if any of this is like creepy voodoo stuff.
I'm looking to see
Yeah.
if it's like dusty in here. I guess like nobody's buying anything.
okay, so first of all though, as everybody seemed to walk in and look around, Helen's insight check, you notice that as he saw Irina walk in, he kind of like did a double take, like he got concerned. He stopped for a second. He made some kind of, and then he tried to quickly look away. But it seems you get the impression he recognized her for some reason.
Uh-oh.
With the investigate, you should do an investigate also, Varys, if you're looking for anything like through the toys or whatever. So you'd notice all these toys are like pretty bizarre. You did see one, I think, in the death house. It was like there's a headless doll. There's a doll that comes with there's a headless doll with more heads that come with it, and its eyes are sewed shut. Its mouth is sewed shut, like it has stitches for the eyes and mouth. Pretty creepy. You see a little diorama of gallows that open up, and a little stick man. You can hang a stick man.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
You see some nesting dolls.
That
You
was
see. You like the nesting dolls? You wanna?
I don't know. I don't want to give him my.
They seem normal in comparison.
Well, you haven't looked through them.
Right. Okay.
You can
Never
ask
mind.
about
Oh,
them
no.
if you want.
Never mind. I'm not buying.
I kind of want to know.
I'm not buying nothing here.
You see another toy that's just like a string, like a large, it's like a string with a bunch of bats that you fling around, and the bats look like they're flapping their wings. You see a little merry-go-round with little children on it, on the horses. You see a ventriloquist dummy, and you also see a doll of a woman. In like a display case behind Blinsky, you see a doll of a woman that's kind of a little bit different than the rest of the things, as it's not innately creepy.
Okay. Does the child want anything?
What's with all these crazy toys?
He says, "These are Blinsky toys, the best ones in Barovia. All children love Blinsky toys."
are they the only ones in Barovia?
Oh, this is just their toys. This is just like a weird place. I forgot. Right?
Yeah.
That's just how it is here. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought something. Never mind.
Yeah, the kid's like,
I thought something.
"Oh, I like
weird
that
would
dummy."
happen.
The kid points to a dummy that looks like it looks like some kind of count, some kind of famous man, or a fancy dressed man, a ventriloquist doll. He says, "That one's cool."
Okay. How much is the dummy?
He says, "That will cost you 9 silver pieces."
Should we buy him the dummy?
Yeah, I'll buy the dummy.
Okay.
But we should probably. How would we go about asking him how he looked at Irina?
As you're starting to think that, you see Irina's looking around, and she looks at the last toy that I mentioned, the doll. And she's like, "Can I see this doll? Can I see that one?" She seemed somewhat interested in it. And he stops for a second, and he says, kind of like slowly goes over to grab it and says, and he hands it over to her. As you see her kind of inspecting this doll, you notice that this doll looks very similar to Irina. It's dressed like wearing the exact clothes that she's wearing right now. It has the same hair color.
Oh, that's creepy.
Hey, Irina, that doll looks oddly like you.
Yes, it sure does. It is eerie. It even has a little sword.
Huh.
Blinsky, what's the inspiration behind this doll?
He says, "Make a persuasion check." He says, "Somebody asked for a doll to be made like this. I thought it was a nice design. a nice design.
And
I feel like
You
you're
know-
keeping something from us, sir, about this doll.
What did you say? Repeat the first part.
I said I feel like you're holding something back about this doll, sir.
You'd make a persuasion, Helen.
Ooh.
He says, I believe that one of the people that came to ask for this doll was, he was a guard of Lady Watchter. Yes, he was one of Lady Watchter's guards.
Where does she live?
She lives in the large manor, the large mansion. Oops. Lady Watchter, is it? This chapter is the largest chapter in the book, so it takes a minute to sort through. It is north of town. It is along the road to the north. You would find Lady Watchter's manor. Watchter House, they call it.
I wonder if we should go there.
Yes, that will definitely be a point of interest. How much for that doll? Or could we buy that from you?
I have, oh, that one is not for sale, unfortunately.
Okay, well, we'll get the dummy then.
Alright, this dummy is like a little Duke-looking man. He's got a black cloak, he's got long black hair. Just a little fancy man. He's got a little, wine glass glued to his hand. Fancy boots.
8 silver pieces.
Yes, that would be, acceptable.
Is there anything else we can learn from this guy?
I don't know. He gave us the person who's making wants the creepy dolls, so that gives us a place to go to find out that.
Just the only doll that was special was the Irina doll. The other ones are just like he has multiple of them.
Okay.
That one was the only one that's not for sale from what you could see.
Okay.
So as you get ready to leave, he says, "Please come again anytime."
Oh, sure.
We will.
Alright. Now the kid has a doll to remember us by.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for
Alright.
obliging me. Let's go.
I
That was
thought it was
worth it.
pretty cool. Yeah, I think it was worth. Alright, so you walk by here, you see, this is another mansion here. There's nothing that really indicates. It looks kind of like the other Burgomaster's mansion. And you can see the church off on the distance, and it is St. Andrew's Church. You have arrived. The St. Andrew's Church doesn't have a map unless you guys really want. We can use the other map from the last place, but if it comes down to it, we'll use that map. Otherwise, you are in the church. This slouching, centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked stained glass windows depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church. A thin mist creeps among the graves.
No children?
So, nothing specifically. You don't see. It is what is the time? What did we say? Probably, I think 6-ish hours of travel to get to Vallaki. Is that what I said before?
Yeah, so like mid-afternoon.
Lunchtime.
Yeah, it's about mid. You guys are too tired to keep traveling on the road, really, at this point. Like, well, you could do a little bit more traveling, but you're most likely need to stay in. You need to rest at least before you can travel again. You can walk around the town and stuff. It's just basically the travel rules don't let you go more than 8 hours, so
Okay.
you will be tired you'll probably get some negative benefits if you travel up. I don't even know why I mentioned that, because I don't think you're traveling, but anyway, you get to the church, so you enter the church, right?
Yes.
And you see a priest that is cleaning up, most likely in the corner behind the altar. He has an altar boy helping him, and so it's mid-afternoon. And yeah, you see they're just kind of doing work, like cleaning up around the church.
Okay, I guess we can walk in and just greet him. What's his name again?
It is Father Lucian Petrovich. So he sees you walk in, and he says, "Oh, welcome, new worshippers are always invited to the St. Andrew's Church."
Greetings. We heard you might be able to help us.
He says, "Of course. What is troubling you?"
We rescued a young boy, and we are looking for a place for him to live. Would you be able to take him in and live with you here?
He says, "We have." He gets a little bit sad when you say that, and he says, "Yes, it is unfortunate when another child of Barovia has to be brought in, but across there," he points out of this church, and you see another little house, a small house. He says, "That is the orphanage. From there, it is ran by Headmistress Claudia Velasco. She is a very good woman. She will take good care of the child."
We need to go over there. Okay.
Yep.
He says also, Irina says, "Father, I was told I would be safe here to stay with you. I am not safe in the village of Barovia anymore, and yeah, and he says, "Oh, of course," and he says, "Yes, I understand. It is. I've gotten word of what happened to your father. It is very troubling." And he says, as he looks to the group, he says, "So, is anybody wearing like a holy symbol or anything?" Helen would be.
Yes.
I have one.
Yeah, I have one too.
Well, you're not a.
I'm not a cleric.
What does Varus look like? What is his appearance? Can you describe his appearance again at this point?
So an elf with kind of like long flowing hair, really casual, loose-fitting clothes that look like they barely provide any armor because they barely do. But with a necklace that like sits on the outside of it, against kind of the middle of his chest. Man, I forgot exactly what it was. I had it written down somewhere. I'll probably find it later.
Yeah, regardless, he says, "Before you go, could I have a word with this priestess you have here alone? I feel I need to have. This is a conversation of holy people." And he asks to talk to Helen alone. He says you can make arrangements across the street with the headmistress.
Okay, we'll bring the child over.
Bye, Helen.
Alright. Bye, guys. That's really all.
Alright, and he kind of leads you into an office, and he says, as everybody else, so we'll get to what happens for you guys, and she'll catch up, actually, most likely. He says, "So, as a fellow shipper, as a fellow person, a holy person, you must understand that our church is. It seems to be that this church once was a place of safety, but now we have big problems here. I will be straight with you. I have to keep up appearances with the with everyone else, but from one holy person to another, this church is in real trouble."
I'm sorry to hear that. What's your problem?
He says, this church once was hallowed ground. It was protection from any holy spirits. We once had bones. There were sacred bones of an old holy man that were buried under this church. But recently we found there was an invasion. There was a burglary that happened, and the bones were dug up. Now, with this news, it means that this church is susceptible to attack. It is not a safe place anymore.
So, like, what's y'all's plan? Y'all need somebody to find those bones, or what are y'all gonna do?
He says, well, I will be, I'll tell you my main point of suspicion. I told my altar boy there, he was very distraught. He thought that I could assure him of, the safetiness of this church. He was very afraid. It's most likely because of, he's afraid of rumors that this town could be under attack. And I told him about the bones. I believe he has a friend. There's a young man that actually lives at the orphanage. and this is a very troubled man. He's young, but he has a violent temper. So I did not want to confront him alone, but I believe he had something to do with this. His name is Milivo. Milivo. He does help the headmistress. He lives at the orphanage, but he is a assistant. He's a helper. I don't know why he might have done this, but I would like somebody else that's not directly related to me. I will be honest, I am afraid of this boy. Yeah, I'm an old man and he's a young, angry man.
I will tell my companions your story and see if we can't confront this Bolivo for you.
He says the utmost importance is to retrieve the bones so they can be reburied into their return to the resting place and restore the protections of the church. He says, I do advise you though that this town has laws, so if you do not take the law into your own hands, or it could be trouble for you. So if you find anything criminal, I suggest you take it to the burgomaster and he will see it resolved.
Okay.
Don't wish for you to be kicking down doors and breaking heads.
Alright.
Alright, with that, you head off across the street and the other people, so you've made... Okay. I have a map for this. We're gonna wrap it up real soon, but let's start off with let's end it off with the orphanage. Alright, does everybody see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, this is a big old map. So hopefully it works the whole way through.
It's tripling.
Yep.
The church, tiny little thing, no map. The orphanage.
This town cares about the well-being of their orphans.
I suppose that's a good thing.
You see, so you arrive to the door. It is a closed door.
Okay, I knock on the door.
Alright, and within a few moments you see an old woman in her early 50s open the door. She says she wears her hair gray, streaked brown hair in a tight bun and has wrinkles on her face from years of disapproving frowns. He says, can I help you?
Are you Miss Claudia?
Yes, I am. She sees the kid with you and she says, I see you've brought another. Am I to assume that our ranks are to be growing here?
Should we inspect the place?
Possibly.
I feel like maybe I'm too attached. I don't even know this kid's name.
The kid looks up to you and he's like, "Don't leave me here, mommy."
I don't
No.
even know his
Oh!
I don't even know his name.
Hell,
I never even asked him his name.
let's give him a sword and he can stay.
That's what I was thinking. Train him.
Wait, how old is he?
He's like 8.
7? 8?
Alright, I will tell you that that kid is specifically a non-combatant, and the rules for that, he dies from any hit. Like, literally, being attacked, they don't even roll to kill him. So,
Oh.
Okay. Let's just inspect the place so we have peace of mind.
Yep.
she says, I can give you a tour of the quick tour if that would put your mind at ease.
That'd be very much appreciated.
Alright, should we end it here though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah, same.
This was really good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Your Blinky was phenomenal, by the way. Blinsky.
That was pretty awesome.
I recorded it. I'll upload it.